Today I have been struggling to stay grounded and to temper my energy. Let's pull some tarot about it. I've been thinking a lot about the last reading that I did, specifically this part right here, because that part has come to my mind so much because I don't feel like, and I hate to even say this or word it this way, but I don't feel like people made enough, like a big enough of a deal about it, including me. I don't feel like I made a big enough deal about it. I don't think you realize how much like you being upset for past you and hurt for past you shows that you have healed, and also shows that you are now introducing unconditional love for yourself into your life in a way that you never have before. Can you hear me for a second? Can you like really take in what I'm saying? Like, you love you. You love you. Is that something that you could have said fully, unconditionally, without a doubt, like loving every part of you? Could you have said that before? Could you have said that before today? Could you have said that before this month or this week? That is the gravity of this, is like you have healed to a point where you truly and unconditionally love you, and that's amazing. The energy of this reading today is that your life is not for the faint of heart or the weak, and that is why you're strong. When you say, I am not alone, it means something different entirely. When you say, I am not alone, I am surrounded by people that love me and cherish me and support me, it is for the first time true. You are now finally surrounded by people that support you and love you authentically and unconditionally. You are now surrounded by people that feed some part of yourself and some part of your soul. The era that you're leaving behind made you rethink everything that you knew. It seems like you were somebody beforehand that really believed that there was a right and wrong system to the world. There was a justice system. There was karma. There was a balance. There were these things that were in play and in place for when someone did you wrong or whenever you were done wrong. When you started to learn that there was no true balance, it was because the system itself that you thought was in place started to not work for you and started to work against you and started to enact only negative karma onto you in a way that made you feel like there was no point where there would be a positive turning point. And the reason why this happened to you, or the reason why you had to go through this collectively, was that we were a group of people that had to learn to stop giving to people and allowing them to take from us, while also simultaneously learning to release and let go and say, if it's able to be taken from me, then it's not worth keeping. And this has made you somebody who is frugal and patient as hell. You have gained so much knowledge that applies to the big picture. You now have so much wisdom about the longer processes of life that you did not have before. Do you realize that? Do you see now that you are so much wiser and so much more knowledgeable than what you've ever been at any point in your life, and you wouldn't have been able to obtain that if you wouldn't have went through what you went through? It's almost like when you were younger, you said, I want to be this type of person. I want to be someone who has these qualities and can do these things. And you knew within yourself that was not really something that seemed achievable from where you were born and where you grew up or the place you were in when you were thinking those things. But you meant that with your whole heart. You said it with your chest when you said, I really want to be one of those people. I want to be one of those at the top. I want to be one of those people that invokes change. I want to be one of those people that does this, this, and this. And that, sadly, is not for the faint of heart either. And the universe took you at your word and said, if that is what you want, I will grant your wish. You had to learn what it meant to build a defense without being defensive. You had to learn what it meant to be comfortable in combat without being combative. And you had to learn how to identify an ally, an enemy, and someone who is going to betray you. Now you're not alone. Now you have actually surrounded yourself with people who are truly allies, who have been through something similar to what you've been through, who have complementary achievements, complementary goals, complementary lessons that they've learned, and they may even have knowledge that you don't have. But because they are your ally and it's an equal trade and an equal exchange, you don't have to learn that knowledge because you already have it accessibly at your fingertips. You now have have so much more of a stronger means of support as you move forward on your journey. You are surrounded by people that are now going to be at the top, but not just the people that are going to be at the top, the people who are going to shake the foundation the entire way up, and you've already started to do it. You are now truly in alignment with the wishes that you have been making for so long. You are now truly in alignment with a divine counterpart who can help you accomplish all of the things that it is that you've been wanting to accomplish. You are now in alignment with all of the things that you have craved and wanted for so long, and they are here with you now, revealing themselves to you. Like, I just keep hearing, today is the day. Today is the day. It may not be the day that you can physically see everything. For some of you it may, but it's definitely the day where the tides are turning. Things have shifted. Things are now going in the direction that you so clearly feel aligned with, because in the past you saw what direction you wanted to go on and go in, but were you aligned with it? More so, was it aligned with you? But now you're aligned with it, and it's aligned with you because you see it so clearly. It's not just about being one of the people at the top. It's one of the people changing the top. It's one of the people changing the entire direction, the entire ladder, the entire staircase. That's what it's all about. You are fully done and finally done with the heartache and the pain, because you now know what it means to receive unconditional love from the self. From you. You now understand what it means to receive unconditional patience with yourself, with the process, with the universe, where it is that you're headed. You are now finally ready to stop saying, oh, but what if I hurt their feelings? What if I'm a little too mean whenever I stand up for myself? You're done with it. You're done. You have turned your back away from situations that could even potentially make you think that about yourself. Make you think, well, what if me standing up for myself and me having self-worth, what if that hurts someone else? Then they don't belong in your life. They are not worth your time. If you living your authentic self hurts someone else's feelings within reason, then they are not worth your time. They are not worth the energy. They are not worthy of having access to your energy. You are now done finally waiting around on the universe to tell you which direction to go in. You are done waiting and saying, is this the right path for me? Is this the divine path? You're saying, this is the path. This is the path. It's either this or something better. That's the only two options. It's either this path that I've got my eyes on right now, or it's something better. And now that is why you are headed in that direction. You are on a journey of full, blissfully, beautiful, free abundance. That is where you're headed. And now you are in a place where you are going to be teaching every single person you come in contact with what it means to take back what was taken from you, and to take back the energy that you have dispersed out over the years, reflect that back to you, give it back to you, and go in the direction that you want to go. And anyone that does not align with it, that cannot enter your line of sight while you are so focused, they get left behind. That is what you're teaching. That is what you're exuding. Can you feel that? Like, I feel it. Can you feel it? If this message aligns with you, it will find you in God. I hope it aligns with you. You should be claiming it. This is a great message. I can just feel it. This is the turning point. Today is the day. If this message aligns with you, it will find you. And if it doesn't align, keep scrolling. It costs $0 to mind your own business.